I am leaving tomorrow morning for Dilley, Texas, and during all my packing and getting into a Zen moment, I started to think about the refugees that I am assisting and all the refugees that are in turmoil around the world, not just refugees but displaced persons. I wanted to explain the difference between a refugee and a displaced person. A refugee is a person in distress outside of their country. A displaced person is within their own country, but they have had to flee their homes for some reason or another. We have displaced persons right now here in the United States, people who have fled flooding in the Aleutian Islands because the glaciers are melting and taking over the island. That is an example of displaced persons. But a lot of displaced persons are fleeing horrific conditions from catastrophic weather issues, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, but most of the time it's war. And I wanted to share a personal story. When I was a little girl and it was coming to the end of the Vietnam War, I remember watching the news with my mother, with my family. I was the baby of 6. I remember watching the news, and there were all these children coming from Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos that were orphans, and they were looking for host families. And I remember asking my mom if we could get a refugee orphan, because being the baby of 6, I wanted a little brother, a little sister. Of course, we never did get that refugee child, but my mom did always have an open door policy. We eventually started taking in boarders, and from one moment to another, we had people living in our house that were from Haiti, Brazil, anywhere in Central America. You name it. It's one of the reasons that I was inspired to become an immigration attorney. And the reason that thought hit to home while I'm packing to go do what I'm going to be doing in the Family Detention Center in Dilley, Texas, is because people don't realize what a refugee is and why are they leaving. And right now the sentiment is to hate refugees and to hate immigrants, and that the American society in the campaign vitriol and rhetoric that's going on right now is to hate immigrants. And we need to remember not only that we are a country of immigrants, but we also need to realize what is a refugee and why are they coming here. Remember that right now, most of the refugees that are getting the media coverage are refugees from Syria. And Syria has been going on under a civil war for the past 3 years. And there have been an unknown number, hundreds of thousands of people who have died. And there are cities that have been completely destroyed. When you see the pictures, it looks nothing less than Hiroshima after the A-bomb during World War II. But there are refugees fleeing in other situations from the Ukraine, from Myanmar, from different areas in the world, Africa, fleeing hunger. And we need to remember that we are a country of immigrants, and our history, and not have this hate-love relationship with who we really are. That we are a country of immigrants. Remember what the epitaph says on the Statue of Liberty: send us your hungry and your poor. We will have a place for them here in our society. And I just wanted to share that with you as I'm getting ready to pack up and get on that flight to Dilley, Texas, into the belly of the beast, to help as many women and children get out of family detention and get into sponsor homes here in the United States, whether it's with family or with complete strangers who are opening their doors to them. And I want you to keep that in mind. I'm going to keep you posted as my days go by and keep you tell you about what kinds of people I'm meeting and what kinds of stories I'm hearing. Of course, maintaining the confidentiality that I have to do as an attorney, because I am the secret keeper. I will take all my secrets that my clients tell me to my grave. But keep that in mind. Don't listen to the hype. Refugees have a place in society, and we need to open our arms and let them in. Please let us not repeat the mistakes of the past. The boats and boats of Jewish refugees who fled Germany and were turned away from country after country, sometimes to return to Germany, to the concentration camps where they unfortunately met their eventual death. Let's not be that country again. Let's be a country of love and hope, where people can come and seek a better life. Thank you.